Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Carquestion. Matt this week is riding the new Toyota Corolla, and I declare to the world that this version is the less boring Corolla ever. And it's also the greeniest ever because there's a hybrid version who's available. And when you look at the exterior styling, they finally done it. You can look at this car and say, wow, it's not looking bad at all. You know that vanilla design that they used to have? Well, now it's gone, and finally Toyota is entering a more aggressive design than ever. So when you look at the front end, you look at the lights, it's inspired from the hatchback that you saw a year ago. When you look on the side also, you've got some nice wheel on that XSE package that we have. I really love the color, the red of that car. And when you look at the back, you've got that tailpipes, meaning that it shows business with that 2-liter engine inside. Otherwise, a lot of people told me, Matt, wow, you've got a great looking car. Which one is that? And when I say it's a Corolla, they're real surprised where the car is now when it comes to design. When you sit inside though, you can clearly see that it's better than ever. You've got that multimedia system though through that big screen, which is going to be, as always, bad because Japanese cars usually have some bad multimedia system. When you look at this one, it's slow to react. They try to make it a little bit better. Well, it's more fluid than it used to be, but you've got those big tile, the color. It doesn't give you a great feelings when you look at the size of that screen, and I know it could take a better resolution for that system. There's Apple CarPlay, but there's no Android Auto. I'm kind of sad. And when you look inside the XSE model that we have, I've got a Softec fabric front and rear heated seat also. The material are looking great. It's mostly improved. You can see also the temperature control right there in the center. I often mistake that big button for the volume of the radio. I'm gonna get used to that though. In the vehicle that I'm riding, you've got the 7 inches digital speedometer, and you've got some blue stitches and some red stitches. I don't know why two color, but they could have made them black and it would be real okay. Seats are comfortable, and in the rear, if you're tall though, you got to be careful. You're gonna miss some headspace. Let's talk about the engine because there is more engine than ever with the Corolla. So you've got 1.8 liter, which is the base engine, a 4-cylinder, good for 139 horsepower, 126 pound-feet of torque. You've got the 2.0 liter, the same engine that I got in my test car, which is going to be more powerful, 169 horsepower, 151 pound-feet of torque. And you've got also the 1.8 liter 4-cylinder Atkinson cycle, mated to that hybrid Synergy drive. It's 2 permanent magnet synchronous AC motors. Combined output will be 121 horsepower and 105 pound-foot of torque. And you're going to say, wow, that's not powerful for a hybrid version. Usually they're faster and they're stronger. You're right. This one has a 1.3 kilowatt-hour nickel metal hydride battery pack underneath. So transmission choice, you still got the manual, which is available, and that's a good thing. That 6-speed is not that bad when it comes to Toyota, or you can go with the CVT. You've got also a nice addition, which is a first gear, which is just like a regular transmission, and it's going to remove that jerky simulated gear that you usually have with other CVT of other manufacturer. Otherwise, you've got some paddle shift, and believe me, this one is real quick to simulate not 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 speed. Yes, 10 speeds of simulation. And finally, you've got the eCVT for the hybrid. Let's talk about fuel consumption though. You can use regular, but it's more complicated than ever. One of the most fuel efficient Corolla will not be equipped with the 1.8 liter, but the 2.0. So for the 1.8, the best fuel consumption, you're going to get it with a CVT, and it's going to be 7.9 in city, 6.1 on highway. And if you go with the XLE model, the most equipped one that you can get with the 1.8, numbers will go a little bit up of 0.2 for each possibility. The 2.0 liter engine kind of be the 1.8. If you want to go with the most fuel efficient, go with the CVT. 7.6 liter per 100 in city, 5.8 on the highway. Those are really impressive number for the horsepower that you get in that car, and you can easily do it because with my demo this week I did 6.7 regular time, and when we switched to sports and performance driving by the press of that button, well, it got up to around 8. And if you're gonna roll this car during the winter, 8, 9 is probably gonna be the best number that you will get if you're rolling also winter tires, and a little bit more if you're running studded winter tires. But otherwise, if you go with the most equipped version, the XSE, numbers will go up to 7.7 and 6.1. The most fuel efficient though is the hybrid version. You've got 4.4 liter by 100 in the city and 4.5 on the highway. You've got all the known components of the Prius, and it's real fuel efficient. That I like. The price difference though is going to be another story, so stay tuned. We're going to answer that famous question that you saw in the title. Road handling, the acceleration of the 2.0 liter are kind of okay. I'll really love also when you put it into sports mode, it will get more reactive, but it doesn't change really the feeling of the direction. And I don't feel that CVT is getting more aggressive, but much more a feeling on the gas pedal. That car is reactive, even if the engine sounds kind of loud when you accelerate and make it rev until the red line. You will hear that kind of turbo whooshing. I'm not sure what it is, but it can get real annoying if you like to drive with a sporty manner. The CVT is well adapted. Whatever speed you're going to be rolling, if you're just cruising along, you will see that low RPM revolution when you're coasting, and as soon as you accelerate, it will pick up pretty quickly to be there and reactive. One thing that I'm the most impressed with the Corolla is how you can send this car into the curves without getting any squealing of the tires. We were in those curves really fast and the car can take it. That chassis, that new global platform of Toyota is real rigid, and I love the feeling that you get when you send the Corolla around, even if it's just a compact sedan. It's not been known to have a great suspension, but guess what? It can take the curves. Also, when you're going to be braking, the feeling is kind of okay. If you abuse too much, yes, you will have some fading, but otherwise, look at that precision when we did the emergency stop. Quite impressive for a Corolla. The suspension sometimes, if you drive it in a sporty manner, will tend to be too soft for you, but otherwise it's real comfortable for everyday driving. Let's talk about price. If you go with a L manual 6-speed, base price going to be 21,134 Canadian, 1.8 liter, 15 inches wheel, safety sense package 2.0, and it's based in all Toyota Corolla. I really like, so you've got some nice feature like the auto beam, pre-collision system, lane departure alert, high-speed range dynamic radar, the LED taillights, and rear view camera, all for 21,134. So I recommend to you the SC model in 6-speed manual or CVT. You decide which one do you prefer the most, because even if there's a manual transmission available, it's getting more rare and rare today in recent car. I know a lot of competitors are still offering it, but take note guys, it's going to end real soon, because only a few percentage of the global Corolla are sold with that manual transmission. So go with the SC because you will get the 2.0 liter engine, more equipment, and it's going to be only $3,000 more, and add an extra $1,000 if you go with the CVT for a total of $25,434. You've got the hybrid, which is available starting at $26,934. So the big question now, how many kilometers do you have to roll until you get to a point where you just refunded the difference that you paid for the car? So let's calculate. By the way, I've opened you a file in the link description below. You're going to be able to change the fuel price. You will also be able to change the price if you want of your Corolla that you just equipped, and see how many mileage you will have to do just to save in fuel, the price difference that you paid versus a regular Corolla. So let's talk about it. When you check the fuel consumption of an SC CVT model, which is the most fuel efficient, 6.7 liter combined, 4.5 liter combined for the hybrid model. So I fixed the gas price at like $1.10 per liter, which is the price that we got today when we filmed that video. I know it could change, but still. So you've got $1,500 of price difference. So until you refund that $1,500, you've got to roll 62,000 kilometers. That's a round number though. So let's say that you do 20,000 K per year. So it will take you a little bit more than 3 years to completely refund the price difference just only by saving fuel. And I'm not talking about maintenance, tire difference, brake pads, and everything like that. I'm only talking the difference of the price. So if you're rolling only 10,000 K in 1 year, well, guess what? It's going to take you 6 years to fill up that difference. So let's fix the price of the gas a little bit higher though, $1.50, just like I saw in Whitehorse when we did another press trip. Well, you're gonna have to roll 45,000 kilometers, a little bit more than 2 years if you're rolling 20K per year, and 4 years if you're only rolling 10,000 K. Where it will hurt, and now I'm hearing a lot of people getting into some Toyota dealer, checking a base Corolla and getting influenced to go for a hybrid. Take note, the price difference is $5,800. That's a lot of money. So if you want to fix the gas at $1.10, well, guess what? You're gonna have to roll more than 200,000 kilometers before you just pay the difference. And if the gas price go up though, that's going to be a little bit less, around 148K. So that's not too bad, but still that's a lot of mileage until you can say that you will save some fuel with a hybrid. So it's a choice now that you have to do. Will you do it for the money or will you do it for the environment? That's a big question. Feel free to answer that in the comment section down there below. And I've got to say, guys, I'm hearing more and more people saying to me, oh, I need to change my car. I want to save on the fuel price because I'm rolling a lot. Yeah, but if you got a car which is paid, you don't need any financing, it's well maintained, guess what? Don't change and don't go buy a brand new car. You will have spent a lot of money just to save some fuel over a week. That's not the good way to calculate it, guys. By the way, if you want to do something for the environment, well, keep your car. It's paid until it breaks in half and you cannot repair it. Now you will be able to change it and say to me, I will choose something more fuel efficient. Otherwise, use your car until the end. And usually we get tired before that because we see so many gadgets in the brand new car that we want it, just like a brand new iPad, just like a watch, just like a cell phone. We like technology, and I understand that. So let's talk about the competition. We have to say that the Honda Civic is one real hybrid. The sales are going well. You can go from those base version to ultra sportiveness with the Type R. I really love this car. And even if you go with the SI version, these cars are fast, manual, CVT, name it, but there's no hybrid version which is available. You've got to choose another model. I really like the Civic, but over time a turbo is more maintenance. And we hear many stories with the CR-V now. I'm not really sure how the Civic will evolve over time. You've got also the typical Mazda 3, which is offered in hatchback or sedan version, the same as the Corolla. You've got all-wheel drive, which is available, no hybrid version, and it's really reactive when you get behind the wheel. If you're a driving enthusiast, well, go for this car. You will really like it. And please, Toyota, take note. Look at the multimedia system. Listen to that Bose sound system, which is really impressive. Play some FLAC files. You're going to see what is sound quality. So the Corolla don't have any turbo, so I can assume that the Corolla will remain the legend of reliability. So let's talk about the minus points. Well, the sound of the engine when you're going to be accelerating is getting annoying. It's really noisy, and you will also hear that kind of turbo sound in it, but it's not turbo. It's just air getting into the engine, but it feels real strange. You've got also the space in the rear, which is not real generous. Just look at my crash test dummy there. So in front, not too bad. You can take place. It's real easy and comfortable. But as soon as James gets into the back, he's real tall. He will miss some space for his head. And how about his knees? So Ollie needs to adjust himself in front of him. So it's a compact sedan, I know. Some are more generous when it comes to space. You've got also that center console, which is not real generous when it comes to storage, and even under the armrest here, it's not really large. You don't have any Android Auto. They're starting more and more to offer it in other cars of the Toyota lineup. You've got the multiple package, engine, configuration, premium. It's more complicated ever though to build the perfect Corolla for you. So try to use the Toyota website to build your own. You've got a hybrid which is not really performance. It's faster than the base engine though, but not as fast as the 2.0 liter. Let's talk about the plus point though. It's looking real great. You've got that fuel efficiency which is probably one of the best of the segment. More performance than ever, less boring than ever. You've got all that safety sense package 2.0 base with the car. You've got a hybrid version. You've got a hatchback version. This is one of the best Corolla ever. What do you think about that, guys? Feel free to comment in the section down there below. Do a thumbs up because you like. Subscribe to Carquestion. Press on the bell. And I'm going to see you another time. Take care.